Well, today we're going to get this tank back into working order. It's fine. It just hasn't been doing what I want it to do for the last however long. I'm going to make it a bare bottom, get rid of all the gravel and such, get rid of all the snails, but it just means I got to pull out everything and go from there. But this tank has only really got a couple of cories and a female guppy, a whole bunch of shrimp. I think there's a male super red in there as well, but it's pretty basic. But I've seen a lot of things to do with these sort of taking substrate out. My first initial reaction was to clean the filter and go for gold, but supposedly it's best to leave them there and take out all the substrate with it all there. So we're just going to remove all the caves and the wood and all the bits and bobs, and then we'll take out the substrate and we'll go from there. We started off by removing all the wood, caves and knickknacks inside the tank. You can see me here showing the inside of the cave. There was nothing in there, but thought I'd show you. Little pause there because the cat decided to send herself. There's another cave. You can see the super red on the right hand side there, just hanging out on the filter. All those shrimp. Oh look, spoon. When I put zucchini in the tank, sometimes I get distracted and don't end up pulling it out after the fact. You can see all the crap coming out of the filters and all this stuff getting kicked up with the substrate. There's the cat I was talking about. And here we go. We're using a cup that I commandeered from one of the old food, the extreme food containers that I've got. Just using that. A bit of a pain in the ass here trying to scoop these guys out. I'll scoop the substrate out because there's a lot of shrimp in this tank. So I'm having to sit there and drain it out of the top of the tank so all the shrimp go back into the water. Here's me trying to go find something else, just in case, or seeing if I can find something I can get to help me figure it out easier, which I didn't end up finding. But all that crap that I'm picking up from the tank. Now you can get away with leaving the tanks like this, and you can also get, you know, those vacuums to help clean out the tanks. I don't particularly use them. I know there is a benefit in keeping the tanks somewhat dirty, especially when you're growing things like bristlenose and plecos and such. I've disappeared here to go get something. I'm pretty sure the cat bit me too, so my toe was bleeding. And there I go again, starting back up, kicking around all that substrate. All that. Most of that's probably shit and other food particles and such. I did have some sort of sand in there as well. Corey's there, chilling out, trying to get through the glass. Was a bit of a pain in the ass. It did take me a little while to get this all out. There's the other cat. I was trying to find like a scooper, which would work better, but the some people said to use one of those, like, you know, the dustpan and brooms, the dustpan of it, but couldn't end up finding it, and I didn't really want to mess with what I had. You know, it's working, so I might as well just use it. The camera there is just unfocused. Tried to grab as much of the substrate and the crap that I could. I moved everything around and pushed everything to the left so I could get this right hand side here. Here I am trying to get the shrimp out of the container again. You can see all the water dripping out of the tank that I've made a mess there. The hose. Clean out some of the crap on the bottom with the hose. It's always good trying to suck those things, especially when you end up getting it in your mouth. I tried using this method here, but I found that it clogged up the tubing a lot, which was kind of annoying. Obviously it depends on the size of your substrate that you have and how well it works, but this didn't really work very well because it was just getting clogged up because of the size of the rocks and such. But it was picking up all the dust, you know, all the crap and all the food particles and biofilm and stuff at the bottom, so it did help me with that. But yeah, it was just a constant problem trying to get the rocks and such out of the tank. I think I just ended up cracking the shits here and then changing over to a larger hose to see if that would work. But there you go, changed over to the vac. Completely different, changed completely. This was good to get all the crap off the bottom, but it definitely didn't pick up all the large particles. I think it was coral, crushed coral rock, and obviously the rocks and stuff here that you can see that was picking up in the suction there as it falls down. There you go, there's the super red I just pulled out. Got him in my hands, his bristles, and off he goes back inside. So, an update from last night. Let it sit overnight after we cleaned it out. I ended up cleaning that filter there, the internal filter, let that cleaned out all the gunk and then let it go. Seems to be working fine. I was a bit hesitant doing that in the first place, but it seems like it was an okay thing to do. But yeah, I've just let it sit overnight and let it settle, and then we got water changes today, so I should be able to get the rest of the crap out of the bottom, and then we should have a nice clean tank. You can see all the shrimp are hanging out on the filters, so it means it's still good. So here's a update after refilling the tank. I've tried to suck some of the rocks and such out. I've put the wood and the caves back in. I did clean it out a bit more. There was some shrimp die off, and it does look like one of the Barbatus Cory does have an extended belly, which I think might be bloat, but other than that it looks okay. So doing water changes, I'll suck some more water out, put some more water in, and then wait 24 hours and I'll give another update. Well, here's the final update with this tank. It's been what, 3-4 days, and I've done a water change since then. All the shrimp seem to be doing a lot better. We did have a whole bunch of molts after the first water change, which was a good sign for that all the shrimp would settle in. I have moved over my Albino L333s over here. As you can see a tail just there, and the Barbatus still has an extended stomach. I'm not too sure what the go is with that, but doesn't seem to have killed her or had an issue, so that's a good sign as well. We did add some good old water lettuce, but it seems like they're just going to die off, unfortunately. Plants never like my water. I never know why. But yeah, so all round we did well.